wouldn't work. What we got now is on a separate server with Flower.
Looks like we got a computer guy in the audience that's dying to say something.
So they,
No, I'm sorry to interrupt, there's a lot of things you're talking about here that kind of bother. Office 365, that's not the most secure thing in the world. And when you're talking about security, and whether there would be a possibility of losing part of that information at some point, that probability is much higher than anything that I would be willing to look at. I don't want to say too much.
Has anybody talked to TML?
I have not.
See it, I mean, even if it's.
The problem is they put us under this, I mean, if you look at when the legislative session, the same thing as when they changed, about the time that you guys were hearing that they changed the building deal, that we couldn't, the taxing entities had changed. We're, from our side, are discovering, all right, look, you guys need to do something, you need to do it now, and it's got teeth, and they're gonna start fighting with it. And that was how this ended up. Jeff Halstead from Fort Worth, the chief of police from Fort Worth, had been working on this, and so now his company is the one that is spearheading the police and the emergency services side of the texting with it. I have lost sleep, I haven't been able to sleep over this. How am I gonna capture all of these employees and people that are texting? How am I gonna capture those? And this mechanism, the texting side of it, the $2 a person is what it costs.
And he also said he would include the city.
He's gonna do the city too, and it doesn't matter how many
Do you
devices.
guys do this all on their personal phones, or do you issue phones?
There's select personnel that are issued phones. All the administrative staff are issued phones in the city. All of the detectives are issued. But all of the police officers, if they're out on the street, I mean, they're not issued city phones, so they're utilizing their personal phones. They're going to download the app on their personal phone. It's really knocking it way down low. It's almost like there was almost like Messenger, but it's CJIS certified and encrypted, and it's designed to do this. And you hit the app, and everything will take place inside of that app, and it doesn't go away. It stays there.
You send the message.
You can send bolos. Right now, we're talking to the school district. Their chief is actually part of, we can add people to groups, like we could have an administrative group, put you in it, and everybody can communicate instantaneously. Of all the apps that are out there, this is the only one that covers everything that we need. The email side of it, there's a struggle. That's, I don't know.
And they say that that's also in the last week that CJIS has also put in some new criteria, and if that's the case, then to find out if we're CJIS compliant after all that goes into effect in 21, you better be looking at that ahead of time.
carriers don't keep that data if you send a text. That's just an in and out. It doesn't.
We looked backwards. We went and talked to AT&T. They carry the fact that I texted you, but they don't preserve content, and they certainly don't preserve it for any type of record retention.
They don't intend to do that.
We originally started working with AT&T to see what they would, maybe the company that we've already got captures that information. They don't capture content, and they won't comply with any type of data retention laws.
When we look at some other things for budgeting purposes, that's why I put this in.
So back to that aspect of it, in these revised pages, I mean, it's not in the stuff that was in our packet, right?
Everything in your packet is the same as those pages I gave you this year.
So you'd already included the 40 or 50,000 in your
Yes, and your revised pages.
Does it offset, like currently, our staff, are they just regular, does everyone have office even, or?
No, we got fly rock.
Well,
Police has a different.
No, we have office.
yes.
You have the office suite, everybody?
No, it's the the old style where it's loaded on the device. Whatever
So then
version
there's
of
a-
Office you bought,
So does everyone upgrade at the same time?
No.
no.
No, we have some that's real old, 2008.
So there's, I guess my point is, there's some benefit to this beyond just meeting this need.
Yes,
To have everyone on the same versions.
right.
We're going through the same issue in Richland Hills.
Okay.
We use Versa Trust for our IT services over there as well. One of the things that our city manager is looking at over there is going to the Office suite on all the desktops, but the fees, Marvin's being told, seem out of line to me from the standpoint of we were told that we would get the whole Office suite and that it's per device and any user on that device would be covered under the Office
That's the way
suite
it is.
that's on that device.
It's exactly how this is, but it's, what it comes out to is it's $20 per one times the number of units that we have times 12 months.
Gotcha.
That's where that figure comes from. And the fact that we're able to, half of it is water and half of it is general.
So this would cover other monies we'd be spending to.
Correct.
upgrade
Software
that people
updates in
needed
the
it.
future. And the plus side to the, obviously, you know this already, but the plus side to Office 365 is anytime any one of those softwares, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, updates, any kind of changes, you automatically get those because it's all cloud-based. So you always have the most up-to-date versions of everything in Office.
And we all know I'm not real technical, but what they did tell me, or what in my research of it is that it does meet government securities. Now, if it doesn't, then that is.
See, the part that I don't readily understand is, because I'm in my office, we do Office 365, OneDrive and all that. But so it goes to the cloud, but me as an employee, I can delete it off my machine and off the cloud. So what I hear you saying is that somehow with this arrangement, once it's going to the cloud, it's somehow permanently stored. Is that what I'm hearing?
This is a collaboration in this interest. My intent would be that as we put this together, that we have to be able to preserve it under the current city records retention guidelines, which, again, we're looking at. There are some things that I have retained in my records that now I realize we're retaining for too long. I don't need to keep some of these things. So this move by the legislature has basically made a big splash, and now everyone, I am looking at everything going, well, we don't need to keep that long, and there's no reason to keep this, but we need to keep this because this is pertinent. This whole thing is contingent on the fact that the emails we send from the police department, I believe that there's an upgrade in this system that will enable it to be CJIS certified, which involves encryption, and it has to be there's some certain things that we have to have in order for us to use email, which is why originally we were using a different email service than what the city was, because they didn't need, I assume they didn't need the level of security that we needed on ours. Because we send a lot of, case files back and forth with the
But
VA's
to
office.
accomplish what they're wanting, at least as I understand the Office 365 OneDrive system, there'd have to be a tweaking of it, which maybe these companies can do, so that it's a permanent record instead of a
Some type of
record for user control.
some type of administrative rights where he would be able, I would be able to, but the layman user would probably not be able to access and delete things from the cloud. And then at some point, there would have to be some type of audit where we go through and say, okay, everything from this date backwards, if it falls under this guideline, is no longer necessary.
Well, just like with Archive Social, can anybody just do that? You have to have the administrative authority to do that.
Again, the cell phone and the text messaging side of it was where I came from.
Sure.
Him working back towards me from the email side of it, with knowing what we had, what the requirements were. I don't know.
In dealing with Fly Rock, we'd have to tell him.
I do think it's worthy though to call PML and just find out what's going on.